So we're going to read for Virgo. Virgo is the bear in the native astrology. And Virgo is, you don't want to poke a Virgo, don't poke a bear. Virgo is a very smart individual. Very smart and very interested in knowledge and learning things and organizing things and sorting things. They are one of the smarter signs, and they can literally see patterns very easily, okay? So when we consider the bear, most of them are quite chill and stick to their own little cubs, and they like sweets, and they like berries, and they like fish, and they like honey, small groups, and they like cuddling, and they like the sun, and they like to mosey, this type of energy, right? Tend to need a lot of sleep or rest, and that's because they're really busy when they're awake, and they're busy doing things and thinking things through. And just consider that. So you never poke a bear, and that's the same thing with a Virgo. They can be very intense, and they can expect certain things. They like a little bit perfectionism going on in that energy. They're very smart and very helpful and very loving, and will do anything for those that they love. In fact, think of a bear and you coming between the bear and the cub. You can imagine you'd be in danger, so don't mess with them, right? All right, so let's look at Virgo sun, moon, and ascendant for the month of April. Let's see what we got. I see a lot of things on your mind. You want to grow new gardens, new opportunities, new situations, but there's so much to think about. There's so many things that could change on a whim. You've got a lot in your mind. It's overwhelming you a bit. I think that you may realize that there's things that you're doing in your life that you're not 100% on board. Maybe you don't love it. Maybe you're not passionately involved. Maybe there's something missing in there. I am being told to tell you that Virgos must be doing what they love. Virgos must be engaged in things that bring them passion, that utilize their many skills and knowledge. New beginnings are definitely there for you in April, though. Although you may have had change in your life, maybe the change that you really need is bigger than that, all right? Maybe it's bigger than that. I think that's part of the problem, is you're not allowing yourself to see how big things could be. So I'm being told to tell you to invest time in your ancestry. Maybe there's something in the past there that you haven't fully connected with, that you would see better coming from the ancestors. So maybe you need to speak to the ancestors. Maybe you need to look at skills that your ancestors had. Maybe you have some of them too, and maybe you need to engage in them and stimulate them somehow in your own life. So the kind of change I'm seeing is more like not just like moving or getting a new job, but changing the career completely, right? That type of a thing. And I think that alone will create healing in you. Just, doing more of what you love, more of what you feel a connection to, right? If you're in a relationship, I see you working through issues. Maybe there's a little bit of irritation. Maybe it's a new relationship and you don't know each other super well. Something like that. But overall, I think this is a loving relationship and has lots of opportunities, very liberating. But sometimes the conversation is one-sided, and that's annoying to you sometimes. But don't think of it that way, because I see you, Virgo, as a person who does expect a lot in conversation, and not everybody's like that. And maybe if that's what you expect, no problem, but be more willing to stir the pot and get them talking, okay? That's what I'm saying. As far as your health goes, I think that there are things that you could improve. One of the things I'm seeing here is getting outside more, maybe even being by a fire pit and enjoying the evenings, the warm evenings, getting outside in the sun, maybe even starting some meditation, Tai Chi or something like that outside. I think that would be really good for you. As far as money goes, you just don't have enough. There's so many things you'd like to do if you had it, but you're good with your money. You're kind with your money. You're generous with your money. And I think, like I said, Virgo energy is all about service and and helping those that they love and being there for those that they love. I'm a little concerned that your own energy is on the low, though. What's going on? Are you taking your vitamins? Maybe you're the one who needs the 3Gs, the Gouda Cola, Ginkgo biloba, and ginseng, vitamin D, and vitamin B12. That might be really helpful to you.